Hi, my name's Derek. I'm going to teach you how to improve. You're like, wait, whoa, I didn't ask this. I don't want this in my life. You're in luck. You have the ability to stop playing the video. But, if you want to, you're like, alright, he seems like a weird, kind of cool guy. I don't like your attitude. You know what? That's one thing that we might talk about, is attitude. I'm going to teach you, or at least share with you some experiences of mine that I've picked up along the way of my journey through progressing my skills in art. So this is how to improve. So let's carry on with that. The first thing, there's three things I'm going to talk about. The first thing being your attitude. What does this mean? In terms of art and your own skills, I think that a lot of people find it hard to find the I don't know if you call it courage or strength, but you know, when you're first starting out, or even if you're years into it, there's a lot of times when you will see other people's work and think it'll reflect towards you in a way that you might not believe in yourself. Like you will be able to reach those levels of those people that you of the amazing work that you see that's already out there, right? That is kind of it's an unfortunate attitude to have, because you totally, absolutely can get to their level. You can absolutely do it. You really, really can. And I'll tell you why. I'll just believe in yourself. You got to believe in yourself for sure, absolutely. But it's more to that. Look at other people's work who've already been doing it most likely longer than you. Look at their work as more of an inspiration. Don't ever really see it and have it be there to be a thing that makes you feel resentment towards yourself, because that doesn't help you get better. It really doesn't. It's a waste of energy. It's a waste of time. Focus on what you can do, and that's staying dedicated to the thing that you love to do. That's another thing. You got to make sure that you absolutely love to draw, man. You got to, whether it's painting, sculpting, 3D, whatever it is, you got to make sure that you really absolutely enjoy that process, that state of mind, the zen of it, whatever it is that connects you to that skill, that craft, whatever. Make sure you absolutely love it. And then once you know that you absolutely are passionate for it, your attitude to get better, really what it comes down to is having it just be a positive one, man. Just a really, really strong positive attitude to have. Because being you know, in that state of mind where you see you're constantly comparing your work to other people's, and you're seeing it in a negative way. Like, I'll never be like so and so. I'll never be like this. I'll never be as good as that. You absolutely can. You just need to see their work in a different light, one that just drives you even further to getting better. Now, second thing, discipline. Once you've got your attitude in check, and you already know that you're passionate about it, and you got your attitude in check. The discipline comes by, you know, say if you have responsibilities in real life, you know, whether it's kids or if it's school or a job or whatever, having the discipline to stick to drawing. You know, you don't have to be drawing 12 hours a day to improve. You can be drawing, you know, 1 hour every night, maybe before you go to bed, you know, sketches here and there. Sticking to it and making sure that you know, you find, not, I wouldn't say find the time, but you just have to realize that the only way for you to get better is to actually do the thing, right? You got to do the damn thing in order to improve on it. So finding the discipline, the consistency is really important too. Again, you don't need to be putting in 12 hours of drawing a day. I rarely draw that much, or paint even that much a day. When I personally draw, I usually draw in bursts of like maybe 3 to 4 hours, and then I'll take an hour break and then come back. But I'll probably never really just sit there and work 12 hours straight. Now, there's probably always, you know, there's always cases where that might be true, but It does require discipline to get better. You need consistency. You need to get yourself sitting down, maybe setting up a schedule. That's always something that I prefer to do. I started streaming to get me sitting in front of the tablet more consistently. Really have to balance it around your real life, right? And the last one here is your style, and this is kind of a loaded thing here, because it also, I want to cover a couple of things. When you're first starting out, I hear it a lot where you're like, Garrett, how can we improve our style? How can we find a style? I think that your style should be the last thing that you deliberately try and obtain. Your style should be the thing that happens the most natural. You can definitely be influenced by other people and want to paint or draw similar to other genres of art or styles or other artists out there. I think that's great. I think that's fine. That's personally how I learned how to use Photoshop, right? Looking at other artists that I was like, damn, I saw their artwork, I wanted to paint like that, and so I tried to, right? That's good, but staying in that kind of state of mind, you don't want to be like the cheaper version or a knockoff brand, right, of an artist that you like. So how do you go along with that? Well, you keep expanding. You keep looking at other artists. Always be looking at other art. Always try and introduce yourself to new things. If you don't like it, then don't force yourself, right? Don't force yourself to be exposed to that type of stuff. If you're sticking to your guns and you really want, no, I'm going down this, screw this guy, I'm going down this avenue, you can make your call, right? In the end, there's no right or wrong way to do it. You kind of have to look inwards for yourself. But as for finding your style, make sure that you're covering the fundamentals of art first. Make sure, my favorite fundamental kind of knowledge to tap into is by Andrew Loomis. There's many others. George Bridgman is another one that you can look into. I'll leave a link in the description below for some Loomis stuff, because you can go to a site that I'll link there. It's completely free and completely legit, where you can check out all these books to improve your fundamentals and your understandings of form, your understandings of value, all these other things, perspective, that are really, really important to have a decent grasp of before you can even consider finding your style, right? So don't worry about that. Really, really try and just learn, right? Try and just improve your skills and hone those out. And I guess there's kind of a secret fourth one that is hidden within the style one, but it's ego. Ego on a day-to-day type of thing, on our day-to-day lives, can really hinder us on the things that we choose to do, or I guess rather we choose to not do them because of our ego, because of this wall that we put up. It's no different with art, man. Sometimes we don't want to hear the truth because it might take a chunk out of our ego, whereas that truth might really help us out. Checking the ego at the door, man. Check the ego at the door whenever you're facing a canvas. Whatever it's paper. If you're painting with it's 3D, whatever it is, try and leave the ego back there at the door, man. It will really help you. It'll keep your mind open. It's so easy to take every criticism personal. Just know that your artwork doesn't necessarily always define you. As much as you might be connected to it on a way that's hard to describe, how people interpret it doesn't really necessarily, define you. Does that make any sense? I hope it does. And that's pretty much it, guys. If you do have any questions, comments, you're just like, oh my god, I love your hair, leave a comment below. And I guess we'll see you guys next time. Loves and hugs.